Ta-da! Michelle is on, so it's just us right now. Me, you, and Michelle.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Doing good.
Told Claire we're all praying for her because she's got this big, huge heart, and jury duty can be tough for somebody like that. So,
Mm.
so
I've been down there a few times, but never been picked.
yeah, it's even just the selection process can be an ordeal depending on what the circumstances are. Sometimes you end up having to
Hmm.
hear the whole case, and it can be emotionally draining. So, uh, so we'll just say it's going to be a great day away from work for her, and uh, let's see, maybe she'll get a nice
Meeting new
lunch
people.
downtown and meet new people. Right. Perfect. So
Very good. So you did really good last night. Good job.
thanks. I was very stressed and didn't want to just cover the same stuff, but wanted to, coming behind David Jones. And then, Tara last week knocking it out of the park. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I thought, well, tell people to think that, and I think I don't even think I said it, but some of the quotes that are so important, um, like if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And
Hmm.
and so just to knock that damn terrorist off your shoulder and think the right thoughts, don't allow those bad ones to pop in. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and then yeah, what you think about, you bring about. Y'all probably have heard me say that till you're blue in the face, but it's so true. If you think about it, it eventually happens. And
Absolutely.
so you just keep it at the top of your, and the picture thing. It's like your mind sees that, and it's going to work behind the scenes, doing everything that it needs to do to make that all come into play. So, um, anyways, thank you very much. I was very stressed. I've
Well,
got
you
it.
couldn't tell. You did really good.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna, I'll be out there. I'm gonna put myself out there more often so it becomes easier. And you guys are an awesome audience. When I saw the screen last night and there were like boxes everywhere, I just kind of started freaking out.
Oh my gosh.
But now, when are you going to get up there, Michelle? You are a great teacher.
Well, I think probably at the very end. No, I do want to do the Earl Nightingale, the 30-day test, the one that he put out there.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch that. I need to do that.
I really, yeah, and I want to read the book. I want to get the book. I want to go through the whole thing because I think, and I'm going to put the link out there too, just so everybody can kind of start getting on board with it and kind of hear about it, read about it, be familiar with it, and to be able to do it, because I think that would really benefit a lot of people. There's so many people that haven't even heard of Earl Nightingale,
Right,
and he was kind of a legend way back, but he's still just effective today as he was back then.
right.
So,
Yeah, he was prior to Jim Rohn,
hmm
and I think of Jim Rohn as an awesome legend and
oh,
inspiration.
for sure, yes,
So, yeah.
yeah. I
So,
listened to either between Jim Rohn and Earl Nightingale. I mean, they are two at the top, definitely. So,
Cool. Yeah.
anything from them, it has just been so beneficial for me.
Right. Right. I haven't been. I was regularly listening to Darren Hardy every morning. I've gotten away from a lot of my routine stuff. I need to just get back on it. Um, and I'm so ready to
Which
retire.
is easy to do.
Yes, it is. I'm so ready to retire. If you'll notice today, I'm at my house.
I know what's going on.
I'm working it.
Are you practicing?
I'm practicing.
There you go.
Yes, I am on vacation the rest of this week.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yes. So anyway, so today and tomorrow I'll be here, and then the rest of the week I'll be tuning in from Crystal Beach, Bolivar Peninsula by Galveston.
Okay, very good.
So,
Mm.
yay. But,
Are you going to be at the fun run? Or not the fun run, the 5K?
No, I will miss this one.
Yeah, I am too. I have a workshop, and I told Claire, I said, I'm so sorry, but I mean, I got to pay the bills. So,
Right. Exactly. And oh my gosh, congratulations to all you guys with the new customers. I saw as Candace isn't on, but Jake's on. Congratulations.
Here. Hi.
Oh, there she is.
Candace, yay!
Congratulations. You guys are doing great. And Michelle, shoot, Michelle, it's like every day for you.
no,
It
it's
is
not.
so
It seems
great.
like it, but it's not. But, that just goes to show, I mean, and these were just people that I was just talking to randomly. And it was something that they needed.
Yeah.
And they were like, sign me up. How do we get it? And it's like, it's right here. So it's pretty, amazing. And it shows me every time that happens that, even if you are, timid, or just you're not quite sure what to say or how to go about it, just do it.
Do it anyway.
And don't even think about it. Just do it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Well, go back to what Jake was talking about yesterday about our high story.
Ooh, what is that?
And
Whoa.
Candace, I think you have something rattling around on your end.
Hi, I'm muted.
Okay.
Oh, now you are. Yeah. Jake was talking yesterday about the our iStories, and dang it, I meant to get that out. I did not. I'm going to put a post out there. He did a great job of that form letter type thing where you just fill in the blanks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great guide to give you an idea of where to start. If you don't have anything going on with an iStory yet, if you're scattered and just throwing things out there, that type of form letter or guide is very important. Just, plug in your information in there and use some of your words, and then just, make it your own. Make it where it comes perfectly natural to you, where you can do that elevator pitch. You can do that. An elevator pitch is different than your iStory, but that small 30-second. This is what I did before. This is what I'm doing now. This is what I found. This is what I see my future looking like doing this. There's actually, Eric Worre has it, and it's just 4 basic steps. But if you just elaborate on that, like I scribbled some notes down from what Jake had said, and so I'll go first. I'll share what I've got here. um, I've had 35 years in the auto industry, 29 of those at the same company, and almost in the same cubicle. You'd probably think that I love it, right? Well, the truth is I'm missing out on so much. I've missed my kids growing up. Now my granddaughter's already 10 years old. I'm not, having shopping days with her or going to the movies or just playing in the park. I've missed out on a lot of things. There's, play dates at the school and things that I never got to go to with my children. And then missing out on it with my granddaughter. But since discovering this industry, I'm so excited because I've paid off a ton of debt. Not only my debt, but my son's debt, my sister's debt. But I was able to do that because of this industry. And I discovered that I do have choices. I can either sit at that cubicle for another 29 years and not and be a slave to them, or I can get out and do this on my own and develop. I've developed personal skills and all kinds of things with this industry. So what I see for my future, which I've already kind of shared, is the fact that I can do it. I don't have to be a slave to the cubicle life, the corporate, and I can look at that. Happy birthday, Eva! I didn't know it was your birthday.
No, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Anyway, so and I could make a difference. And in fact, by the end of this year, that's the direction I'm going. So I will be leaving the cubicle life to make a difference with this. And I think we've got an awesome team, and I can do it.
Well, I know, yeah.
So that's a rambling version of something, an iStory. But that's kind of getting people where they know you and why you're fed up or why you're what made you even look this direction. So I think Jim Rohn says it with his income, or somebody I'm sure can quote him perfectly, but something about what he was doing. He's found this, that he can make the same thing that he is earning full-time, just working part-time.
Making a fortune.
And he said that he even had to give that up early, but he didn't want to give up his job because that he had to give up part of his story and part of his his just his whole spiel. So he said it kind of messed him up when he had to retire. It's kind of funny. Yeah. But I don't think you have to be miserable in what you do. I mean, I work a lot, but it's something that I love to do. But this is just going to add to what I already have, and it's just going to, complement it, and just being able to help people, because I know how much it helped me, and I just want people to feel as amazing as I do. And I tell people that all the time. So. Right. But I mean, the more you say it, the more you practice it, the more you believe it, and it's true. It just kind of rolls off your tongue, and people can feel that. People can sense your excitement and your just your you're genuine. You're telling them.
See through it. If it's a story that you're just saying, people can see through that. If it's coming from your heart, then you're going to enroll them into what you're doing and the possibilities of what's out there for them as well.
Right.
Yeah. And no, you don't have to be miserable. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to have all that. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish everything that I've accomplished without that day job. It served its purpose. It did, what it was supposed to do. It's paid for insurance. God knows. My daughter went through cancer and meningitis. If it wasn't for the job and insurance, that could have been really
Devastating.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
everything has its, has served its purpose, and I appreciate it all. But I am so sick and tired of the cubicle life.
Yes.
Just to, I swear I've packed on at least 20 pounds since last year this time.
Mm.
So,
but what another blessing, I mean, really and truly, if you stop and think about it, it really is. God has blessed you through your job, through, being able to be there. And, that's another thing that we need to tell people. God has blessed us, but through Kyani, we can bless so many more people.
mm-hmm.
It's just, just to be grateful and thankful for your job, for one. And, and then to be able to just open it up to so much more is just incredible to me. Even every day, going into the shop, it opens up the opportunities. It opens up, different things to think about, different ways to help people to, just to bless other people. It just opens up more doors. Kyani opens up more doors for us to be able to help bless other people and, just make a huge difference in other people's lives.
So, Michelle, would you mind sharing, I know you start out with your chalk paint story,
Mm-hmm.
talking to people,
Mm-hmm.
but can you kind of run us through just a conversation that you might have? Just I'm sure you've just got a quick something that you say to customers when they walk in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, when they walk in, it's all about chalk paint, and then, it's all because that's why they're there is
Right.
the chalk paint. They're looking for paint. But usually, as soon as they get ready to leave, I'll just kind of tell them not paint related at all, but just as wonderful. And I tell them about Kyani, and I tell them I'm trying to change my verbiage because. Claire was saying, we need to tell them that it's nutritional, not a supplement, not it's not a vitamin. It's
Right,
they're nutritionals.
You don't.
So what I've been trying to do, huh?
Yeah, you don't take it, you eat it. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm trying to change my verbiage up a little bit. I've already done it so many times. It's hard to go back and kind of redo. But usually what I tell people is it's a nutraceutical that I was stuck on that for a while. A nutraceutical that's helping people with getting off of medication for diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, arthritis, inflammation. And I just list a little bit. And with each person, it's a little bit different because, I mean, sometimes you can look at somebody and kind of see what they might be dealing with. And then just kind of go from there. And then if there's any indication that they're interested, some people are like, okay. And, I'll wish them a good day and, they're off they go. Right. But some people are like, oh, really? I was just diagnosed with, whatever, or my husband was, in fact, this is the lady earlier this week. My husband was just diagnosed with diabetes. And, I just kind of sit there and nod my head and let them talk. and they usually just open up and spill it, everything about their husband, their mother, their dog, everything and everyone that has an issue. And I just sit there and kind of nod my head a lot, just to kind of let them talk. And then when they come to a stopping point, I'll tell them, are you on Facebook? And they'll be like, yeah. And so I said, good. I'm going to add you to a page, and you can go through and you can read all these different testimonials about people that it's helped. I said I was up until 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning one night, just reading through different testimonials of people that have, had major differences in their lives with, from autism to PTSD to, depression, insomnia, you name it, it's on there. And if you know anybody that's suffering with anything, you can just type it in and a testimonial will come up. And, I tell them, I do say, there's 22 superfoods, and I have the little, things sitting right out there. And I tell them, I'll show them the pouch. I say, this is 22 superfoods. I'll pick up the nitro. I don't go into everything that it does. I just tell them this helps your body absorb all these nutrients. And then this, and the Sunset, helps you. It's the omega-3s, but it also has tocotrienols in it that helps your body fight off cancer. And I say, I'm doubling up on this because it runs in my family. So I take two, I'll take it in the morning and in the evening. And, then they usually tell me that they know somebody who has cancer. And, that just, I don't know, just being able to relate to people and share with people, because my mom has stage 4 cancer, it runs in my family. And, my family is just like everybody else's family, because I try to relate to them as much as I can. And then they sell themselves on it. I don't even have to sell anything.
Yeah, because you're telling them, you're just telling them facts. And this is what is going on in my family. This is what I'm doing to keep that from happening. This is what's going on with all these people on the wellness page, and and you're speaking from your heart and sharing that with them.
Yes.
And at the same time, their mind's going, oh my gosh, so and so needs this.
Mm-hmm.
They've already, their mind's going and picking out people that they need to tell it about.
Absolutely.
Or get it for. It might be a kid. It might be their mom, or so that's fantastic.
Well, the lady earlier this week, she was like, she bought it right there, and she says, I'm on my way to my mom's house. My mom has been bedridden with arthritis for 8 years or whatever, and she says, I really hope this will help her. And then, I even tell them that I'm not afraid to tell anybody about, my faith. I have no qualms whatsoever. And I'll tell them, straight up, I'll just say, what, every morning before I open up my eyes, I say a prayer that God will lead people into my shop that need this. And here you are. And, most people are very receptive to that, and they don't find any offense. They're not, I'm not, offending them by their faith or anything like that. So, I don't think I've ever run across anybody who has, been offended by me sharing that.
Nobody stormed out on you because you
exactly. And if they did, it's like, okay, have a great day. Sorry.
That's because God led them there in the first place. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Yeah, and all you're doing.
God answers prayers. Yeah.
None of that sounded pushy. None of that sounded salesy. You were just sharing. So, and you're doing a great job with it. So,
thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Candace is at work, so she can't talk, but we're so happy seeing your face on here. I'm so excited. She's just tearing it up out there, making those appointments and meeting with people, having coffees or lunches or whatever, and making things happen. So, and it's showing with the new customers and Jake, I think, is the most recent with a new team member, even though it's been a little while. We all need to get on the ball.
Yes. Candace, can you share with how you're doing it? Are you working? Can you talk, Candace?
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Like for customers and stuff. I think well, I've been meeting with a couple of people from my old work that pretty much none of them have jobs anymore. There's somebody at work that I'm trying to meet with this week, but he's already been in contact with Casey. But I told Jake that we should sit down with him just to see where he's at and if we could help him with anything. I think just really having the conversations with people, like you were saying, not necessarily talking to them about the business or even the products yet, just seeing, how they're doing and listening to them. And that's been working for me. But Kathy, I heard you earlier saying like I feel like sometimes I'll get in this like momentum and do it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll like kind of stop. And even like with the Darren daily stuff, I would listen to it for a good, a couple of weeks, and then it's like I don't know it. And I talked to Jake about that this morning. So, but I mean that's really what I've been doing.
That's awesome.
He says that I need to, stay on the, getting back on the calls and stuff, because that helps too, like doing the power hours and stuff like that, being more consistent.
Well, yeah, and the accountability end of it too. When you're on there, you feel like, okay, I got to produce something. I can't
Correct.
just show up here. I got to, I got to come up with a customer or team member or something.
Right.
But like Tara said, it's just like staying around the campfire. You get away from it, you get
Correct.
cold. You kind of forget.
Oh, yeah.
You tend to, you feel more part of it when you're around everybody and participating.
Right. Yeah, and it's okay to, get off, break away from some things, but make sure, because life gets in the way sometimes, but don't let it get in the way for, 2 days. If it's one day, it's like, okay, this didn't happen today. Get back on the next day. It's like, riding a bicycle or the plane taking off, because if you stop, you're stuck in stop, and then you just wasted all this runway space, and you don't have enough runway to take off again. So keep that momentum going, even if it's
priorities.
Yeah,
Making it a priority.
Right.
If it didn't happen where you missed that big appointment that you wanted to happen, don't beat yourself up over it. Just make a call instead.
Right.
It's like, I got to do something to keep it going the right direction. So, but good job. You are doing great.
Thanks.
Yes.
And is that Betty that's on and that called in, or is that Beverly, or who called in? I don't know. There's just a number.
812? I don't know.
Okay. Well, hello, whoever you are.
Identify yourself. Who's 812-334-0240?
Everybody's welcome. So that's all right. Anyways, all right. Well, look at that. It's already 8:31. Thanks for everybody hopping on. Eva, have a wonderful birthday.
Thank you. I
Happy
sure
birthday,
will.
John.
Thank you.
Making it out to the mall to walk or meet people?
Yes. I'm
Very
going to
good.
do it today. Yes.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah. So hopefully I meet somebody.
Yeah. Yep. I know you
Pray
will.
before you go, and you will, I
Smile
promise.
right before you leave and
Okay.
smile the whole way.
Yeah. Okay.
Be approachable.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you
Bye.
Thank you. You
tomorrow.
too.
All right,
All right.
you
Yeah.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you too.